Hey guys, yo, what's up? This is your boy John from ColderICE, and this is open late, and yeah, I guess I gotta say welcome. This is the first episode, first time I'm doing this on a Hangout, and so this is like the inaugural episode. So, it's live. You get what you get when you get live, right? It's right now I'm sitting here in my office. It is a complete and total disaster. It's a mess back here on the floor, my desk. I mean, fourth quarter is just crazy for us in e-commerce. It really is. And I've just gotten back from all of the crazy things that I've been and just 2 weeks ago, we did a conference live here in Atlanta for ICE Retailer. And outside of that, so we ran the conference and everything, but then outside of that, it's been about getting all the back-end stuff done. And that includes the videos and the video edits from the day of all the learning for 2 days here in Atlanta. It is time for me to get that package together. I took a week off. But then, last week, it's been busy catching up. And then now this week, going in, I'm going to definitely get down and make this happen with the videos. So that's on my list of to-dos. But at any rate, I just want to say, hey, what's up? Open late with ColderICE. That's what we're calling it, Why? Well, because we're up late. It's not that late, but for people, some people I know, like to go to bed at like 10 o'clock. So this is late for you if you're staying up past 10, Go grab yourself a drink. Right now, I'm grabbing myself some tea because my throat is killing me. But I got a lot of cool stuff I want to share with you guys. So first things first, I want to see if the chat is working. And and this is something that is pretty new here for this, what is it? What do we call it? Webinar Jam. It's a new, the Webinar Jam is kind of new. It's the first time I've used it for a late night. And we used to do this thing a while ago called Late Night Beta. And I used to use another whole different platform. And now the abilities that we had with that other platform are like 10 times compounded now with this new platform. And I'm loving Webinar Jam because it does give you some sense of a live chat board over here. So here's the deal. If you can say hi to me. Let me just right now just go ahead and put it in the chat board. And let's see if it actually works. And I know basically on YouTube and Hangouts, there's like a 40-second delay. So I know I won't see yours for just a few seconds, but go ahead. If you're out there in the room, give me a shout out. Let me know you're out there. I want to know there are actually live human beings that are able to interact, and that's how we'll do that. So go for it real quick while I get some notes together for you, because some big things that I've just brought to the forefront and I want to share with you. And one of them is definitely very timely because it's Christmas time for all of us retailers, right? I mean, it is right now. You're in the thick of it. As soon as the holidays go, Halloween, then all of a sudden, man, we are all in it, totally in it. So let me see. Yep. I see attendees, so there's definitely people on there. I just haven't gotten any chat. Let's see. I see myself. I see Michael. Michael just got through. What's up, Michael? How are you, bro? We're definitely going to talk about something that you're working on too. That's one of the topics. Definitely a timely topic because of the holiday season as well. Product pictures and product photos. Pretty interesting story on that. Wilk, Hey, how are you doing, Will? Nice to see you. Fantastic. Karen says it's working good. All right. See, so now you see there is a little delay between what I say and what I see over here, which is okay for me because I can't read the chat boards anyway. The chat is good for you to ask questions. So if you want to ask me a question, all you have to do, and this is important, is you put like some a bunch in front of it. So question mark, then you ask the question, and what that will do is it gives me the ability, I can't spell, Question. I got my old people glasses on. I need to take those off because I look younger without them. It's like, no, geez, I look the same. You old man. But it actually, I can't read the computer with those things on. So anyway, like you can, right? Right? So anyway, go ahead and put the question marks in there. That way, when I scroll back through, I can see it. And definitely, we're looking for interaction. You know, if you got something that is important to you, that's a topic that you want to cover, that's what it's all about. You know, I've got what I want to cover, but in general, it's a two-way conversation. It's not all me, blah, 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 interacting with you guys. And that's what we hope to get by using this platform instead of the old platform. But we'll see. You know, I might change platforms on you. The only thing I dig about, here's the deal, is there's a lot of chat platforms out there. There's paid ones, free ones. The ones that a lot of people know about are the webinar ones, right? Like Citrix and GoToWebinar, things like that. Those are cool. The only problem with those, or not problem with those, but you know, they charge you by tier, and the more people you get on it, the more it costs. But the other thing is for Mac users, and I don't know if they fixed this, they should, but for Mac users, it's like brain surgery to get the webinar recording from a Mac. And yes, I know there's other ways to do it. Yes, I know I can get desktop software and do it. I've got all the stuff. I get it. But if I'm paying for the platform and I can't get the recording from the platform, that's an annoyance for me. So I know I get it. You know, GoToWebinar, y'all need to fix that shit. I'm just telling you, you need to fix that shit. All right? So somebody, you can go out there and just tell them. See, that's why this is late night, because I can say what I want. Huh? That's why it's Sunday. It's not a business day, because I don't have to be in business mode. That's the key to this show. But anyway, but you need to tell them they really need to fix that, because that's totally a deterrent for me using that platform, you know? But Google Hangouts is great, you know. Oh, Karen, hey, Karen. You know, she is like the boss lady of e-commerce things, you know, things, all kind of things Karen is good at. But one of the things she's great at is keeping me on point. She's like, if you press the question mark button or the question button in the chat, it'll show up with a question mark. So it's like, duh, I should have known that. So there you go, guys. If you got a question, press the question button, and then I'll see a big question mark next to it. So anyway, you ain't got no questions yet because I haven't told you anything to ask a question about, right? I know, I get it. So so the other day, anyway, I'm reading the no, we were talking about platforms. So I ended up with Google because there's a lot of other platforms that are in use where you can do the video and the chat, right? But it doesn't have any share for me to do something like this. Let's do, yeah, we'll do that. Wait, watch. Okay, I'm coming. Watch. Wait. I can do my screen share if I can find a button. And I know there's a button. There it is. Flat out. How you like me now? Now watch. See? Bam. And I can share my screen with you guys. And that's really important to me, you know, because when I want to show you something, I want to be able to show you something. And this will allow me to do that. And I think that's extremely important because I'm going to be showing you some really cool tips, some cool tools. I got two cool tools. But the coolest tool right now is the screen sharing, that comes with Google Hangouts. And you can do that with a couple of the other ones. But I know I was looking at Screencast, and I didn't see that ability in Screencast. So that one was like a partner killer for me. Something I can show you my screen pretty easily and, go back and forth. I've got multiple screens that I use. So you can do all of that inside of here. You can take parts of the screen. You can only take a tab of that's open, all kind of screen sharing options. So I think Hangouts are a fantastic solution. It's still in its, for a company like Google, it's still kind of beta-ish. It still is not, the best it could be, but it's the easiest it could be right now, And I've been using Hangouts for a while, and I tell you, man, in the last year, the amount of things that have changed about Hangouts have been phenomenal, and it's free. So I'm digging Hangouts. That's a tool. If you haven't played with, you should really check it out. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. So that's tool number one. How about that? All right. Topic number one, though. Topic number one is the United States, not United States, but UPS. And UPS, if you didn't know that, UPS is a local organization to me. They're headquartered right here in Atlanta, Georgia, and Brown gets down. That's stupid. Nobody says that shit. But here's something that's really interesting. The biggest jump in U.S. growth in terms of services for UPS, the biggest jump in United States growth, again, came from e-commerce, including UPS's no-frills SurePost option, which typically uses the United States Postal Service to deliver packages to the door. So if you're not aware of this, there is a secondary service for something called SurePost. That's, and I mean, it's been called a lot of different things. But what it does is that UPS will transport the package from wherever you are to wherever the local area of your delivery is, and then they will hand that package off to the United States Postal Service. And for guys, if you don't know this logistically, you might not know this. I mean, this is a fact. Logistically, is that, hey, Debbie, I see you just came in the room. Hi. Logistically, the last mile is the most expensive mile of the package delivery. Just remember that last mile. That's something that a lot of e-commerce retailers and people that ship things will tell you, or talk about. They'll talk about that last mile. That's the hardest thing to overcome for a lot of companies, and it's the most expensive part of the process. Putting all the stuff on a plane and flying the plane is really not as expensive as all the stuff that's on that plane having to go and get it delivered to the door. That last mile is a hard thing. So companies like FedEx and UPS have a program, and I think it used to be called SharePost, and well, no, that's what it's SurePost. That's what it's called now. Anyway, it was called something else. I can't remember, but maybe you guys remember it. But anyway, the deal is that they partner with the United States Postal Service. They give that thing off, and then the United States Postal Service ends up with the last mile of the delivery, and they deliver that to your door. But anyway, here's why that's important, right? So they're saying that the SurePost option typically uses the United States Postal Service to deliver packages to the door. SurePost grew more than 50%, and now it's contributing to a 1.5% drop from a year earlier in the company's average United States U.S. revenue per package. So basically, what's happening is they're delivering more, and that part of the equation, which is the people that are starting to use their SurePost, which is a cheaper solution than their overnight and their ground service. It is growing by 50%, and its growth, because it's growing and it's cheaper, is bringing down the average cost or the average profit that they're making on a per package. So they're saying it's contributed to a 1.5% drop from a year earlier in the company's average revenue per package. So it's down to $9.40. Who cares what it's down to? But what that is doing is that it says SurePost usually costs large retailers less than half the price of ground delivery. So if you've got enough volume, this is something you might want to be talking to your service provider about. Investors have questioned whether delivery giant can adjust to the new economics created by e-commerce, which increasingly has its drivers dropping off single packages at houses spread out in residential areas instead of multiple packages at business. So this is a big shift that's going on in the industry. Listen to what you don't understand is how much what we're doing in e-commerce is changing everything. The ripple effect is changing the way the United States Postal Service does everything and the way UPS is doing everything. And honestly, if the United States Postal Service would get its shit together and really figure out how to deliver what they're already delivering and share that with more providers, I think it would transform what they're doing and what their business model is. If you think about it, what UPS is saying is that they've got a service that's going to cost them half as much to the retail. It costs you, the big large retailer, which anytime they say, clarification, anytime you read large retailers when they're talking about e-commerce and they're talking about delivery from UPS, you know who they're talking about. They're talking about Amazon, right? So it's saving Amazon 50% over what it would cost them if they used regular UPS ground delivery. Wow, right? So now what's that doing? What's changed? How does that change things? Well, you notice UPS and Amazon basically has a service now that if you select not to get second day delivery, if you are a Prime member and you select standard delivery as opposed to second day delivery, they will give you a $1 credit to use their Amazon work. Now you can't buy stuff with it, but you can buy books and ebooks and shit like that, movies and stuff like that. But it'll give you money back not to take the fast service, And again, this is what e-commerce is doing, the ripple effect. It's changing everything, man. So, okay, let me finish it up. All right. So investors have questioned whether delivery giant can adjust to the new economics created by e-commerce, which increasingly has its drivers dropping off single packages at the house in residence instead of multiple packages that they used to do at businesses. Executives have said they need a cost cut, or they need to cut costs faster to offset declines in package delivery. Wow. So they're saying that they need to offset the cost by actually, the declines in the 1%, 1.5% decline. They're going to have to reduce prices to increase the volume to make up for some of the lost packages or some of the lost revenue that they're getting. It's amazing. So everybody's retooling for e-commerce, man. That's what I'm going to start calling it, the retooling of the world for e-commerce. Logistics is totally being retooled because of the volume of people that are buying online. If you don't think, look, man, if you don't think that we're onto something, then you're freaking crazy. Now, I mean, and I don't want you to start thinking, man, this is over. This hasn't even got started yet. It is still, and I've been doing this, man, for 13 freaking years. 13 freaking years, and it's still the hottest topic on the planet. It's the hottest opportunity on the planet, e-commerce. But at any rate, it's got a ripple effect that's going on, and it's going all through every point of logistics. It's amazing, 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 and it's man. I don't know. I was looking at this number. 45% of packages this year are expected to be e-commerce packages for the United States Postal Service. I mean, not United States First, for UPS. 45% are e-commerce deliveries. That is, dude, man. I mean, so just watch it, guys. In the next year, it's going to be really, really important for you and I to start looking at how to save, because what's going to happen on that last mile is I really believe that some of our service providers are going to really get this thing right. All right, movies. What's up? What's up, my man? Man, Allah or Allah. You know what? I'm just gonna move into this next one, man. We got another topic because this one was coming from the e-commerce group. All right, the e-commerce group. If you are, he said, you know what I'm drinking tonight, bro? I am drinking tea. I'm drinking tea right now in my eBay cup. Did you catch that? It's tea in my eBay cup. I got an eBay mug, and it's perfect for making big cups of tea. Thank you, eBay. They brought that down last year. These are from last year. If y'all remember, eBay was a sponsor at the ice retailer, and they had that whole thing of mugs, man. Shoot, I've been in love with these mugs. I need more mugs, eBay. I need, if y'all got any more of them sitting around, I need like 6 more of these mugs. Because, I mean, these are perfect for eating soup out of. The product placement, and this is perfect. They didn't pay me for this. I need to put that down. Anyway, that's what I'm drinking, man. That's what I'm drinking. Oh my God, he's just crazy. Karen, Smart Post. Yes, thank you so much, Karen. It was called Smart Post, so now they're calling it Sure Post. Sure Post. And you know what, guys? If you don't do this, I got that story out of this thing. This is called a newspaper. It's a newspaper. No, it doesn't come on these. It's actually on paper. Say that, paper. I know it's weird, right? It's paper. But you know what's kind of cool about the newspaper? It does still have a touch screen. You can touch the. Anyway, if you don't do this, man, this is the Atlanta Business Journal. And I don't have the front page of it, but if you are in a city in a major metropolitan area, look for the business newspaper. There's got to be a business newspaper somewhere around in your area, and those kind of things and stories about things that are interesting to you as a small business owner are in those papers. And those are great places also to find out about seminars and learning opportunities in your area. All right? So fantastic. Number 2, product photos. We're going to talk about product photos. I'm going to go over here to the e-commerce group, and you guys should probably come with me just so you know what I'm looking at. So I'm going to make it so you can, because I'm on a Hangout and I can do that. I can share my screen. All right. So we're going to share that real quick. And if I go down here, and if you're not a member, first let me just say, if you're not a member of the e-commerce group, shame on you. You know, go and become a member. All you got to do is type in the e-commerce group right here. Stop talking to me, whoever you are. The e-commerce group in Facebook. Bam, you'll find it. You won't see this page. You'll see a page which will ask for membership. Go ahead and ask for your membership, and we'll let you right in. Or if you know somebody's already a member, ask them to invite you, and we'll get you right in. Anyway, one of the big topics, I posted this earlier in the week, and let's see, where would it go? Where would it go? Right here was the read of the day. And this is kind of cool because there is a new study out, a social study that says beware of the white background. Beware of the white background. Ooh. Well, it does sound kind of crazy, but it's not that crazy. Here's what it is saying, though, however, and this is another one of those things, man, because I like to, there's an Amazon effect that always goes on, and part of the Amazon effect is the obsession with the white background. Everybody's item needs to be on a white background and it needs to be floating. Well, Amazon didn't start that. It's been around forever. However, Amazon did was one of the first ones to make it a total requirement. It brought a lot of uniformity to the website and the look and feel of the site. And what that has done now, here's what's up. Back in the day, like I said, I've been doing this for 13 years. So back in the day, it would be all kind of different backgrounds with your products. And then Amazon would kind of be the one with just a white background. And it ended up changing the industry a little bit. No, not a little bit, a lot of it. Where if you go now to websites, all of them have pictures and most of the items are on a white background floating, have that Amazon look, right? Well, when this was first happening, it was unique. So your item on a white background made it look more professional because it was only Amazon that was doing it. And so other people, you could kind of get that professional feel by just taking your item off of the blue silk and the black velvet and all that stuff and just put it on a white background. Well, here's the deal. There's also anytime there's cause and effect, guys, cause and effect, So what are the outcomes of that now is that since everything is on white background, now if you put stuff on a background, guess what? It stands out. So before, back in the day when you were on a white background, that made the product stand out because everybody's on all these other colors. Now everything's on white. If you actually put your stuff on a background, it stands out. So from that, the Social Commerce Index report, and I've got a copy of it here, all right? I've got a copy of it right now. It basically said, or they found out, that the Social Commerce Index from Datapop and Kinshu said that 159% more likes and repins on Pinterest come from items and images that are not on a white background. Cause and effect. See? Of course, a click is just a click. We know a click is not a sale. Don't lose your mind. Don't run around, oh, I got to change my 15,000 images. That's stupid. Don't feel like that because a click is just a click. However, if you have the bandwidth to start testing other image backgrounds, you might want to do that, especially for the places, that you might post on other sites like Pinterest or Instagram or anything like that. You might want to play with some other back just to see if you get more pins. And I mean, they've said 159 more likes and repins based on the Kinshu Datapop study. Okay, just based on John. John ain't. I just found the story. It's a very interesting report, And Amazon now, here's the segue, because I want to talk about something that's going on with the Amazon, because Amazon now has become so anal about the white background, right? That no longer is it good enough to be just kind of white. It has to be purely 1000% not in existence, basically. So your white has to be 255, 255, 255 RGB, complete white, meaning that you need to remove the background. Don't even replace it with a white. Just remove the background, leave it clear, so when it comes up as a JPEG, it's going to be the 255. It's just ridiculous, right? But you have to still take the picture. And, we don't have anything that is pure white. Really, I mean, we got stuff that's kind of, but not the 255, 255, you know what I mean? So, here's the thing. I'm standing at a show, you know, and let me give my boys a plug real quick because you know, you gotta help out. Let me see if I can find this. Hold on one second. Yeah, right. So I'll give you this. Man, this was a show that I was involved with, MevaCon, all right, 2014, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm walking around. Oh, that's not the Atlanta, Georgia one. Yeah, Southeast one. There you go. So, got, you know, Atlanta. Hey, it's our town. There's me. Yeah. All right. So I was doing the show and walking the showroom floor with the vendors, and I came across a solution. And it was like, what is that? I mean, I could tell it was a camera setup, you know, and I could tell it was just, you know, basically a camera with some software to shoot. Now, I've seen dozens of these, dude. I mean, I've gone all, I don't know, so many shows in this year, at least 24 different shows this year. And you see solutions that will allow you to take pictures on white backgrounds, you know. But I never had seen a solution that came with software that was similar to what I was seeing on this day. And so, long story short, I met the gentleman who was Michael. Michael, you can say hi in the group, tell everybody this is Michael, you know. And Michael has a software solution that is amazing, and I'm telling him, I'm telling you guys right now, he's selling this solution for such a low cost right now. You might want to holler at him, and he can tell you about that. Who cares about the software solution? Here's the cool part. The cool part is that they have just did a Kickstarter, and they're bundling the software solution with a rotating turntable. Right? This is a Kickstarter, and it's an entire 360-degree minus the have your own camera, but minus the camera, it's got the software and the turntable to make those cool ass, you know, spinning things. You know how that works. So I'm going to give him a little props here, only because this Kickstarter and what's going on. Oh, that's Michael. I'm not going to give him that much. I want you to see. There you go. See that? Right? Now just look at it, right? That is not going to work. We used to be able to do it this way. We used to be able to get away with that white. It's on a white background. The new white background, it's not going to work. You got to have it perfect. So you would get the ability to spin it, and you would get the software, and the software, if you watch the video here, you get all the explanation. Software removes the backgrounds and all that shit, puts all the pictures together. If you need to watermark them all, it'll watermark it all. I mean, the shit is awesome, right? And here's the cool part. He's putting this Kickstarter together for the newest revision, and I'm not. It's like with the 360 part, and I think you could get it for $409 for a 15-pound, you know, turntable. That's the lowest priced one, and they've got one that goes up to like, I don't know, 100 pounds. I don't know what the hell was that one that I saw. Yeah, 100 pounds right there. You can get the 100-pound one for $649. The key thing is, guys, all right, enough about that. The key thing is, I have seen these systems at shows that were $2,000 and $3,000. This big ass box that you had to have with the lights on it and all this shit. And then you had to have this, you know, setup with the camera sitting up top and all. It was all kind of crazy. And I mean, what I saw at this on a little freaking, you know, display table was amazing to me. And just because of that, and because Michael is a nice guy, I wanted to, you know, support him on the Kickstarter, let you know about the Kickstarter. And I guarantee, it's just me, man. Just me just saying, I think he's selling the shit way too cheap. I told him that. I was like, what do you do? I see this for $3 grand, dude. What are you doing? But they're a startup. They're trying to get into the market. And sometimes there are things that you might want to jump on. I'm here, not a commercial. I ain't getting paid nothing. All right. I'm just telling you, that is a solution I thought was a freaking game changer, you know. And if you got the bucks, you need this today. Do it. It's just, it'll change your life. And if it doesn't, Michael will give you your money back. So anyway, oh my God. But seriously, I mean, this is something I think is pretty phenomenal. And I just wanted to share that with you because of everything that's going on with product photography and, you know, this Amazon thing. I mean, these guys, Amazon had the nerve to try and patent now. There's actually out there, if you go and search the Amazon patents for the one for photographs on white backgrounds, Amazon has applied for a patent and trying to make that. I don't think they'll get it, but they actually have filed with the United States Patent and Trade Organization or association or whatever the hell the PTSA is. You know, it's amazing the audacity sometimes of big business, you know, and they're not the only ones that have done it. I mean, Amazon is not out. I mean, you know, Apple tried to do that, you know, with a lot of its, you remember that Apple tried to sue everybody because doing a pinch in a zoom, they wanted to do, you know, they created that. They actually did create that. As far as I know, nobody else had, you know, when the iPhone came out, the pinch and the zoom, that actual, the way you move your fingers, they tried to get a patent on that, you know. And of course they fought with Google when Google came out with its Droid platform, and I don't really remember what I know they didn't get the patent, but for some reason I think they got paid, but I'm not really sure how that worked out. But I know they didn't get the patent, but it was just because everybody's got a pinch and zoom now, you know. But it gets crazy what the audacity of big business sometimes, you know, idiots. Okay, all right. Let me just go back, see if there's any questions. I see Karen and Michael are having a good time together, you know. So you're saying that you got the same cup, bro? You got the same cup from last year? Uh-huh. He was telling, you know, he's telling me in the group he's got that same cup. I remember, yeah, these were the best cups, man. Michelle B, how are you, Michelle B? Michelle B says, cool. So I need this. Can you blend multiple images into one pic, bundle purposes? I don't know. She's asking questions to Michael. Good, Michael. Look, you know, I'm glad you came by. He's actually in, oh, I didn't tell y'all that, guys. Michael's in the room right now. I told him I was going to mention his thing. He came on, and he's sitting in the room right now. So if you got questions about the 360 degree, what the Kickstarter is all about, what the software is about, I'm sure he will be more than happy right now to answer your questions in the chat room. There you go. All right. So that was topic number 2. That was topic number 2, was how to take better product photos. That's one of the tools. Another one of the things that are important with saying is that if you put them on a colored background, you might get more pins and posts and likes and things like that inside of social. That doesn't mean you need to go decorate and, you know, get that, because I know some of you are just waiting for the day when you can polka dot it and freak out your eBay store or your web store and all that. It ain't time yet. Not yet. Keeping it real. Probably still want to keep the white backgrounds for now. Just for now. I'll let you know when the tipping point is here. I don't think the tipping point's here yet, but it will be coming. I think it will be coming. You know, I think we're bored with just the white backgrounds. There's so many other things you can do. But once you get to white, you can do anything you want. That's the other cool thing. Once you've mastered white backgrounds, you putting other backgrounds in is simple shit. I mean, it's easy. All right, let me do this, man, because I want to. Let me see if I can pull this one up. Toggy, and Ala, you'll like this one if you're still around, man. You'll like this one. Any of you, Karen, you'll probably like this one too. Let me see if I can find it though, because I did the name and it didn't come up. Time tracking toggle. That's what it is. It's toggle. All right. So let me give you the screen here. Play out. Okay. So if you just put toggle, T-O-G-G-L, no E. All right, T-O-G-G-L, toggle time tracking. It's a free time tracking software. And the thing is, I'm getting into this mode this year, guys. I'm really getting into this mode. I'm gonna come and become way more aware of my time and what I'm doing with it. All right, but if you bill by time, this is a great way to. It's a great tool, you know, and it's a free tool. They got a free version, and then they got all the features for $5 per month. So that's it. You get either the free one or the you know. So that's the other thing too. It's like it makes it seem like it's $5, but it's actually free. So sign up for free, or you can take the $5 one. But let's see if there's a demo kind of tour. There it is. Okay. But it'll allow you to work on different projects, you know. So let's say these are all your projects you're going to work on. Once you hit the start button and you put the checkbox here, it'll start tracking time. So if you're doing something on multiple projects, you know, that would go across multiple projects, you could actually be tracking that time for those projects as you're working on it, or one project or whatever, because I'm so like freaking ADD, you know, that I'll work on a project and I'll stop and I'll work and I'll stop, you know. But another thing is you don't lose any of the time that you're working across multiple projects throughout the day. And time tracking and what I do with my time is becoming very important to me, and I'm sure to you. I mean, none of us have time to waste, honestly. I mean, it's just, if you think you do, you're just not old enough yet. And, you know, I mean, time goes so fast. But you want to be able to track that kind of time. And if you're doing work for other clients, I'm like, one of the things I want to ask you guys, because like I said, I want to do more with my time management and find ways to maximize the things that I do in the amount of time that I do them in, hacking my life and things like that. If you've got any tools that you use that you make a suggestion on, please put them in the chat room for me, because I'm just asking you guys. I need some more tools. I really am going to do it. I'm really going to do it. So if you got some, holler at me. Let me know, man. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. All right. So that's one of the cool tools. Toggle, T-O-G-G-L, toggle, T-O-G-G-L. Put that in your Google, and it'll come up. You know, time tracking tool, toggle. And like I said, it's free, man, and it's got a cool, and it just runs. So if I go back and forth right now, if I remember, I started that toggle page, right? And this is kind of cool. If I wanted to keep time on this show, on how long I did a segment, you know, then I could do that same thing. So even that tool, when I first went to that page, was 3 minutes ago. See? So even if you don't even have to sign up to get that free toggle, you know, that's it. You're done. Boom. How about that? Toggle. Maybe you'll like that. Like I said, it's free. So I'm sure it's worth every penny. Ain't nothing like being free, baby. Ain't nothing like being free. You can book me. Thank you, Allah. Yeah. You can book me. All right. Yeah, major ad. You feeling that, Michael? Yep, absolutely. I like that, being able to do it multiple, because there will be some things together, a social plan for a social strategy for a client. I can actually put together the first part of that social strategy, the basics across multiple, and then after that, when I'm tailoring it for each, you know, client, I can that out. But then the overall, when I'm putting that together, if there's multiple clients, then I can do that. I love it. I love it. So anyway, that's something, and that brings me right, because we were just talking about social a little bit, and that brings me to this, which I definitely have got to talk about. I've got to talk about it, right? Uh, duh, duh. All right, kick-ass social commerce for who? Epreneurs. Kick-ass social commerce for epreneurs. And the thing is, timing is everything. Timing is everything. I was really one of the first out there that I remember when we came up with the title of this book, because it takes a little while for the book to go through. When we came up with the title, Social Commerce, all right, kick-ass social commerce, I didn't put the epreneurs in there. The publisher decided that was the word. I don't need, but I will make something up for that shit now, But it's entrepreneurs with e-commerce. But the cool thing is, when we came up with the title for the book, I did a lot of research on the word social commerce, and it was not really being used that much. And I thought it was important. But here's the cool thing: that same report that we were talking about on the Kinsey report. Listen to this: retailers are pursuing the social commerce opportunity. Social commerce, which is the practice of leveraging social media sites to drive sales, is on the rise, with a 60% year-over-year increase in revenue originating from social. A 60% increase revenue coming from social. Get the book. Get the book. Anyway, but I'm telling you, social's serious now. It's serious business, right? And it says, listen to this: the increase is even larger when you consider the impact of social commerce on offline sales. Given this group of retailers are already pursuing social commerce efforts, and the competition is heating up to secure social commerce share of voice. Wow. Amazing, man. Amazing. 60% increase year over year. Social is a business now. It's not an option. It is part of the business that you have to be in doing business. And hell, here's the key. I wrote the book on it. There it is. All right. I'm done. I'm done. I won't push the book anymore. No more. At least not in the last 10 minutes. So I know we got 10 more minutes, and I got 2 more tools. All right, 2 more tools I want to talk to you about. And this one, like I said, I'm really into time management and doing different things. This one is probably the most amazing tool. I'm like, oh my God, there is a God. Because oh my God, there is a God. Yeah, that's what I do. Here's the deal. All right. This one is called Tabs Outliner. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you. Chill out. But it's called Tabs Outliner. And it is a plugin. A plugin for all the platforms. So let me do my screen share one more time. Yeah, you're going to love this, guys. You are going to love this. This is why we stay up late, for cool shit. And this is cool shit right here, man. Especially if you do a lot of web stuff, and I know you all do. So I'm going to share this screen, and I want to share this version of it. So, okay, so you can see what I'm seeing. So this is my window over here for all my open windows, and these are all my tabs across the top, right? But I want my tabs maybe to be more useful. I can't even tell when I start to tell what tab is open anymore without having to hover over it. It's hard to read, right? So I started looking around for a good solution, and I came up with this tabs outliner. All right, you see tabs outliner here? Just type that into Google, and I guess because I'm Chrome right now, it's bringing me the Chrome store as the #1 paid. But if you have a different, version of the browsers that you use, hopefully you're not using Internet Explorer. Oh, I didn't want to show you that one. That's not the right one. Sorry. I want to do this one right here. Is that it? Yeah, User Echo. That's who actually makes the product. All right. So what is that? Their homepage? No, here it is. Our website. Okay. God, whatever. It's the Chrome Web Store. That's their website. All right. So if you go into the Chrome Web Store, just type in that, or just take the first thing. I went the wrong way. But anyway, you add this to Chrome. All right. And what you're going to get is this. You can see this. It's been on the side of my screen. You probably were wondering what it was. This is Tab Outliner. All right. So I'm going to bring this over right here so you can see it. I'm going to make it dance. Make it dance. Right? What this is, if you can see, it is the, and I'm going to go away from this because it's going to keep moving. You won't be able to see it. So what this is a secondary window that opens, and it's got all of my tabs that are matching the tabs that are open here, right? And I can see them, which, okay, that's cool, right? That's cool enough, right? And if I want to go to a different tab, I just double click and it opens the tab and blah, 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 which makes sense. But here's the other killer thing, is that this thing runs outside of Chrome. So the deal is, if Chrome crashes, this part doesn't crash. That's the cool part. And so if my Chrome window crashes, and I would close it, but I'm afraid it might stop my YouTube and my my Hangout. But if it were to crash, this window would still stay open. I wouldn't have to reopen all the windows. You know how you do that sometimes? Like reopen all of them. Really, you only wanted the last one you were on or the last two. You don't have to do that. Once you open it up again, you just say open, don't even worry about open all the other windows. And then you just get in here and you can navigate around and get those windows back open. That's one of the cool things that it does. Now look, I'm on this tab, and maybe I see something in a tab that I want to keep. So I want to make a note of this part. All right, look at this. What? I can drag and drop this to this tab, and it automatically makes a note right there of exactly what I just pulled out. Is that freaking cool? So when you're doing web research, maybe you're researching on a product or something, you can make notes on each page. And this is, I get it. You're already creaming your jeans. I know you are. I know you're like, oh my God, I got to get this. But wait, there's more. So here's the coolest part about this. And then you're wondering what all these words are. These words tell you all the shortcuts on how to use Tab. There's videos out there on YouTube too. So there's short video tutorials on how to, because it's got a lot of different things you can do. But don't get caught up in that. Use it the way you want. All right. But here's the other really cool part, is like when I hover right down here, you see me going down and I hover, there's this little like toolbar with all these other options. This option right here is it's the creme de la creme. All right. It opens a Google document, right? It shortcuts me to Google Docs. And I can literally take this whole, well, let's do it. Let me do it. Hold on. I can take this whole thread and pull it into a Google Doc. And look at that. Don't play with me, y'all. Don't play. I can hear you. I can hear you. I know it. You're just going, oh my God, that is the most awesome shit ever. Is that the most awesome shit ever? That's some good shit. I know that's some good shit. So you could create a document with all, you created your notes. It's right there. All the work that you did, you captured, and links are clickable, and they've got the URL links. And so your whole session is right there in a Word doc. Is that kind of freaking awesome? Or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. It's it might be just me. It might be just me. But no, I'm telling you, man, that was the most fantastic tool. Again, it's called Tabs Outliner. And how did you get to it? You just Google it. Tabs Outliner. Do it just like that. First thing that comes up is the Chrome store. You know, Chrome Web Store. It's a Chrome plugin. But I swear, I think there's other plugins for it. You know, I think you can do it in others. Yeah, here. So Tab Outliner. Look, I just did other search results. So yeah, if you go to there you go. I think it's got Windows, Mac, Linux, and Google Chrome. There you go. Cool. And this is my last tool. And I wouldn't call this a tool, but it's a website. I'll give you this as a little cherry on top. It's called Alternative To. So if you want an alternative to something, this is where you go. Alternative2.net. Absolutely a killer thing. So let's say if I want an alternative to Microsoft Office, of course. That's an easy one. Microsoft Office. See, it'll bring it up there. I take that, Microsoft Office. I want an alternative to Microsoft Office, and it'll give you first the official website if you want to go to the actual Office online, but it gives you alternatives to it for online. Look at that. Google Drives, Only Office, Zoho. Those are the online solution alternatives to. I can change that and make it, let's say, the iPad. What are alternatives to Office for the iPad? Well, now I get a little bit different. I got WPS Office, Apple iWork, Docs to Go, on and on and on. So alternatives to, we'll find alternatives to apps, alternative tags, users, and alternative forms. I haven't used user. I don't even know what that would do. That would be kind of interesting. You know, I don't know. Alternative user. I gotta look that up. But at any rate, what's cool is you can find, you know, alternatives to pretty much any software out there that you want to use. You know, yeah, I think that's a cool site. You know, cool. Way cool. Now, guys, here's what I need you to do for me. If you actually like this show, all I want you to do is share it for me. Okay? Just tell somebody you were here. Tell somebody you were here, and you can give them that, you know, URL that's at the top. Share the link live. You know, you can share it when they come in. They can see the replay because we're getting ready to go offline now. But I think it's something that it's like the tip jar for me. You know, if you liked the tips I gave you, would you please go and tell 2 friends? That's it. That's all I'm asking. Just go tell 2 friends, share the link, and I would appreciate that. So next week, we're going to be here at the same bat time, same bat channel. I will let you know what the link is because the link changes. That's the one thing I don't like about Hangouts. I'm going to figure it out, though. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to create it so that it's always on the same page. But Hangouts do create and generate a different link each time. However, the replays are up on a YouTube channel. And so we're making a YouTube channel specifically for this show. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. I had a good time. I appreciate you staying up a little bit late, hanging out on a Sunday night. This is your boy, John, and I'm out of here for now, guys. I'll talk to you in the e-commerce room, right? The e-commerce group on Facebook. Go to Facebook right now. Look up the e-commerce group. Join now. And I'm out of here. Peace.